listening to Discussion with Miss Jenkins live
on hot101.net,
the source for new information
and knowledge.
You are listening to Discussions with Miss Jenkins. Hey, everybody out there who's listening today. It's really been a tremendous week for me. And I think today's message is about being unstoppable. It's just going to give you my personal perspective about being unstoppable. You know, about a week ago, I became severely sick. I mean, life-threatening, sick. And it was really by my own doing due to the fact of how I was thinking. And when you're not thinking, you're continuously sinking further and further and further down. And what I would like to share with everyone is that sometimes we can be compelled to take on more responsibilities of others who are undeserving. And it can literally have you tumbling down if you really don't become more conscious of saying no. Saying no and let go. You can't keep being heroes to zeros. You just can't keep being heroes to zeros. It's normally, in many instances, the same individuals that just come back for another episode. Whether it's a family member or a friend, they just continuously seem to end up in the same type of circumstances where you're the remedy. And in many instances, with just a few individuals, I'm that person when I already know what to expect, when I already know what the outcome is going to be based on their previous behavior. The only thing that you need to control in life is your character, what you represent, what the portrayal of you as an individual really is. And I have to tell you, I have so many real responsibilities that I'm accountable for. And, being a single mother, I shouldn't have to worry about baby daddies and how they are doing in their new lives with their new families. That's their responsibilities. Children need to be cared for 24/7, continuously, effortlessly. There's no question that they need resources, vital resources like shelter, food, clothing, love, continuous love, discipline. So when we find ourselves in those situations where we want to be the civil one, at the same token, you become undone because you can't have a relationship if it's only one. You have to know the power of two. And the power of two is a uniform. It's a cohesive structure of bond and fondness of each other whether it's two or more in a group setting, the power of two makes you less vulnerable and able to be diminished. And together you two can finish. Togetherness, the unity of two, represents individuals who are in accord, in harmony, working towards something. And in many instances, when we have children, that's really what it takes. It takes two. With me getting sick, and I must say I had a brain attack. And a brain attack is, is happening to so many women, regardless of how young they are. It can start in your 20s, 30s, 40s, and so forth. And believe me, your body becoming paralyzed or you losing speech is really an eye-opener. And as positive as you really want to be, that negativity just weighs in when you have to interact with individuals. Maybe how about siblings that you're raised with and they just can't get it together? They just never get it together. They just literally are complacent with making excuses on why they can't do this or why they can't do that or why things are failing for them or why they don't get anywhere. And actually, you know what? It's just blatant selfishness. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody wants to have sex. Everybody wants to smoke. Everyone wants to have fun and get it on. And I mean, not everyone, but those individuals who make up that percentage with that mentality, at the end of the day, grow up. Stop looking for a scapegoat. Stop looking towards your mother or your father or your sisters or your brothers. Especially if you have children. Get your shit together and stop looking for the remedy in consistent individuals. Because at the end of the day, your broken promises and your lousy, constant outcomes is not doing anything for anyone, especially you. So you have to make vital, significant changes and rearrange yourself. Instead of looking towards someone else to be responsible and accountable for your mishaps that you create. The way I was thinking about individuals like this. And you know something? It feels good not to miss it anymore. It feels good to say no. If you're out there in a ridiculous so-called love affair, end it. Just end it. Stop pretending. End the relationships. Relationships, once again, is the uniform and being bonded in two or more. And if you are in a relationship and still feel as though you're alone and you're not best friends or can't talk with that person about any of your personal affairs or any of your dreams and visions or beliefs, then you are truly alone and you do not have the power of two. So you have to make a break and realize it is a mistake. Now, I'm one of them individuals that do believe mistakes can be great. I'm one of them individuals who do believe that you can learn from mistakes and it can be pretty rewarding, empowering. But life is really what we make it. You have to let go of the things that can't grow, or you'll be in a serious situation where you find yourself falling behind, not being able to keep up because you're constantly helping and being an enabler to those who don't respect you. If you have children that can't make it on their own and they're old enough and they have been out there and explored the world like millennials and they go back and forth, they make their mistakes and then they come home looking for a break, don't take it anymore. Or they go out there and have children, expect that you're supposed to raise their children. Say no. As much as it may hurt you, but in the long run, What is it going to benefit you if you keep enabling a crippled mind? They're going to always be behind, and they're going to always expect you to be the one to make the difference. Say no. You gotta go. You know, this message, you know, I was really kind of like on a seesaw about giving a message today. But this was a very necessary message because it affects me in such a way where, you know, I just get quiet. I just get quiet and I just focus on my spirituality, and I just bond, making a connection